Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we will be solving some actual aptitude questions that have been asked in your GenC assessments. So if you are also preparing for your GenC aptitude assessment, this video is a must do video because you will definitely get few questions repeated from this video. Make sure to watch the video till complete end and practice as much questions as possible. Before we start the video, I just have one request for you. If you are finding this video helpful, please write the word helpful in the comment section so that I get to know how many of you are preparing from this video. Also, there is a complete playlist on my channel related to Cognizant preparation. Make sure to check this playlist too. You will find a lot of helpful material in this playlist. And if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss on any of the important updates that I post from the channel. So let's get started with today's questions now. Let's look at this question that we have. This is the question based on graph, guys. So see, you will be given a graph and you are asked some question. Let's see the note first of all. All the values are increased over previous years. In 2014, the price of an item was $2,000 and the number of units sold was 50,000. So sales by value is equals to price into number of units sold. It is given to us, and we are asked what was the percentage increase in the price of an item from 2014 to 2016. Okay, and here some data is given, that is percentage increase in the price and the number of units sold of an item over a period of 5 years. Okay, basically see, we are not concerned much with the number of items sold because we are asked price, okay, and the percentage increase in the price. So what we will do is, we will see first of all the data that is given to us is price in 2014 was how much, to $2,000, right? It is given to us here. Okay, now percentage increase in price from 2014 to 2016 we have to calculate, right? Now from 2014 to 2015, how much percentage it has increased? 15%. That is what we have written here. 15% price increase in 2015, and then 20% has increased in 2016. Okay, now we have to calculate the prices now. Okay, so this is the percentage increase that we are told. So we were told that in 2014 the price was 2000. So the price in 2015 will be how much? 2000 plus the increase, right? Which means 50% of 2000. So when you will solve it, you will get the new price value, that is 2300. So you can say that in 2015 the price value was 2300. Okay, now again we will calculate the price in 2016. So what we will take? We will take the price which was there in the last year, that is 2300, plus the percentage increase that has happened in this year, that is in 2016. So in 2016 we can see from the diagram that the percentage increase has happened 20%. So we will do 20% of 2300. Okay, here. So when you will solve it, you will get the new price as 2760. Okay, which is the new price in 2016. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the percentage increase from 2014 to 2016. Okay, now whenever you have to calculate percentage increase over a duration of time, what you will do is like the new price, okay, new price minus old price divided by old. Okay, this will give you the final answer. So see, we have taken that only, the new price, that is 2760, minus the old one divided by old one. So when you will subtract this, you will get 760 divided by 2000. You will get final answer as 0.38. Okay, so that is why the correct answer for this question is going to be option number C, that is 0.38. So guys, you should practice these questions. These are the must because these questions are very regularly getting repeated. So you can't miss on. At least if you can't practice too much, then at least understand that the answer of this will be 0.38. That will be also more than helpful for you. Let's look at this question. We have to find out what will come in the place of question mark. We have 4 options: square, triangle, circle and star. Okay, let's try to understand this problem. First of all, star cannot come because star is already there in this column, right? And one symbol cannot come twice in one same column, right? So we can eliminate star. Star is not going to be the option. Now let's move forward. See, before solving question mark, let's try to fill the positions in this second row. Okay, so in the second row already one circle is there, one square is there. Now we have 2 things which are left, that is star and triangle, that needs to be filled in these 2 places. Now obviously star cannot be filled in this place because already one star is coming, so star has to be filled here, and then the remaining one is what? Triangle. So triangle has to fill here. Now if you see, according to our question, triangle is also eliminated because triangle is already coming in this column, right? Now we are left with 2 options, which is square and circle. So if you see square, can you put square here? No, right? Because square is already occupied right in the same row. So you have to fill square here, and then circle can be filled here. So if you see, our question mark will be replaced with square. Okay, so the correct answer in this case is going to be square. Hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question that we have. Let M and N be 2 events such as probability of M is equals to 7 by 12 and probability of N is equals to 9 by 12, and probability of M and N is equals to 1. What is the probability of occurrence of event M if event N has already occurred? See, let's see how we will solve this question. See guys, we have a formula, okay, for conditional probability, that is this one, P of M N divided by P of N. Okay, this is the formula that we have. We have to use this formula to solve the question. Now, since we know, basically in order to solve this question, you should be aware about the concepts of probability and its formulas. Okay, so I'm writing the formulas quickly on your screen so that you can see how we will solve this question. Basically, you just have to understand that this is the answer of this question, because these questions get repeated many times. Okay, so see, P of probability of M is given to us as 7 by 12 plus 9 by 12 minus probability of M N. Okay, then this one we will solve it. We will get 1 is equals to 16 by 12. Okay, and then we are substituting just the same values. Finally solving it, we will get the value as 16 by 12 minus 1. This will go there, so 16 by 12 minus 1, which is going to equals to 4 by 12. Okay, now what we will do, we will simply substitute in this formula. We have found out the upper value, which is going to be 4 by 12, and the lower value is 9 by 12. Okay, when you will solve it further, you will get the answer as 4 by 9. Okay, hence the correct answer for this question is 4 by 9. Guys, this question has been repeated most number of times, so make sure that you are aware of at least the answer of this question, because you can get exact same question in your assessment also. Let's look at this question. So what we are told is, see, I'll tell you what is the question. First, we are told these two grids follow the same rule. Basically, this grid and this grid follow the same rule. We have to understand the pattern, and then we are asked a question based on that. Which of these groups follow the same rule that was followed in the given, like these two images? Okay, and now these are our option images. We have to tell. So let's mark the images. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, these are like 4 different grids. Okay, so we have to tell out of these 4 which of them are following the same pattern as per the question images. Okay, so let's try to understand the pattern. So the pattern is, in the first row and in the last row we have this plus marks. Okay, and okay, now before guys watching the solution, I would suggest that pause the minute and think of it. Okay, then only your like muscle memory will increase, and then you will get the practice of solving these kinds of question. Otherwise, if you will watch directly, then you won't get it. Okay, so now we will proceed with the solution. So if you have also practiced or tried from your end, then you can start watching the solution. See now, in the first row and the last row we have plus here. Here also in the first row and the last row we have plus here. So the logic is, first row and last row has plus in all the cells. Okay, basically based on this rule we have to find out. Now let's see this first option. See, in first option, first row does not have the plus in all the cells. Let's see second row. Yes, second row does have, so we can say yes, this is following the logic. Third row, the third image, yes, the third image is also following it, so we can say yes, this is also following the logic. And fourth again is not following the logic. So the correct answer for this question is going to be option number, like that is image number second and image number 3 are following the same rule as per the given images. Okay, so hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Okay, and to see more such videos, you can check the complete playlist. Okay, that is there on the channel. So let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question that we have. Harish, a bank officer, invests $7,600 per month. He spent 50% of it on the stock market and 40% of the remaining on cryptocurrency market. Out of the remaining amount, he invests in mutual fund. What is the amount that he invests in mutual fund? So guys, let's understand how we can solve this problem. Basically, Harish is investing in 3 things. First is he's investing $7,600 per month. Okay, that is the first investment that he is making, and then he is spending 50% of it on the stock market. Okay, the stock market, and then remaining 40% he is spending on cryptocurrency. Okay, and then like out of the remaining amount he invests in mutual fund. So whatever is remaining at the end, he is investing in mutual fund. So we have to find out what is the fund that is remaining at the end. So after reducing all the amounts, whatever is left at the end will be our final answer. Let's see how we will solve it. See, first of all, 50% of whatever the amount that we had, which is 7,600. Okay, this is the amount that he is spending on stock market. Okay, because that is given to us right initially. 50% of 7600 will be how much? 50 by 100 into 7600. Okay, this is going to sum up to 3800. Okay, so this much he is getting, okay, after investing in stock market. So amount spent on cryptocurrency is what? So amount spent on cryptocurrency was 40%, right? So how much we have left with? 3800. So out of this 40% he will spend on not spend but invest in cryptocurrency. So 40 by 100 into 3800. Okay, this will give the answer as 1520. Okay, now what is the remaining amount that we are left with? The remaining amount will be we had 3800 minus we invested 1520 in the cryptocurrency, so we are left with 2280. Okay, now 2280 is the amount that Harish will invest in mutual fund. Okay, because that is what we have to find. See, initially he had 7600, out of that 50% he invested in stock market, which means 3800 he invested in stock market. Out of that, what was remaining, of which he will invest in cryptocurrency, 40% of that in cryptocurrency. So we were left with 3800 more. So out of that 40% he will invest in cryptocurrency, which means 1520 he will invest in cryptocurrency. So out of the remaining, if 50% is gone, which means out of 3800, if 5020 is gone, we are left with 2280. So this is the amount that he is left with, and he will invest all of this in the mutual fund. So the correct answer is going to be option A. Hope you have understood it. Let's move on to the next one now. Let's look at this question. In this question, we have question mark at the first cell, okay, which is in first row and first column. Let's see which thing can come here, which symbol can come here. Obviously, star cannot come because star is in the same column. So we will eliminate star. Then we will see what are the other options. See, in the second row, if you see, already one square is there, one triangle is there, and one square, one triangle, and one star is there. Okay, which means only place left for this is circle here. Okay, so circle is already here, which means this position is blocked by circle, and so circle can also not come in this question mark place because circle is already coming in this column, right, at another place. We have now two options left, triangle and square. See, if we put square here, that is not possible. Can we put that? No, because in this row already one square is there. So square cannot come here. So the only place for square is here in this column. So square will come here and then triangle will come here. So the correct answer for this question is going to be square. That is, the question mark will be replaced with square. Let's look at this question that we have. The question is, in 2020, the transportation cost of a bike was 25% of its manufacturing cost. From 2020 to 2021, its manufacturing cost increased by 25%. The transportation cost in 2021 was 40% of the manufacturing cost in that year. By what percentage should the total cost in 2021 be reduced to bring it back to the total cost in 2020? See, the formula that we have is total cost equals to manufacturing cost plus transportation cost. Okay, that is given to us already. So see, first thing is we need to find few things. Okay, see what it is asking. What it is asking is, by what percentage should the total cost in 2021 be reduced to bring back the total cost in 2020. See, so what we can say is reduction. Okay, this can be called as reduction, right, because we are reducing things. So how can we do the reduction? Reduction can be done by like we need the total cost, okay, in 2021 minus total cost in 2020. Okay, if we do that, so we get total cost in 2020. If we do that, we get reduction. Okay, now in order to get total cost in 2021, total cost in 2022, we need to find some things. Okay, so let's start finding with total cost in 2020. So total cost in 2020 will be equals to what? Manufacturing cost in 2020. If you see, manufacturing cost in 2020 is given to us. So manufacturing cost in 2020 is not given. So let's suppose it to be M. Okay, because it is given 25% of manufacturing cost. Okay, directly manufacturing cost is not given, so we are considering it M, and then 25% of manufacturing cost, which can be written as 0.25 M, right? 25% of manufacturing cost is what? 25% of M, right? So this can be written as 25 divided by 100 into M, right? And then further can be written as 0.25 M. Okay, so that is how I've directly taken it as 0.25 M. Okay, here now this is the total cost in 2020. So if we simplify it, we will get it 1.25 M. Okay, that is the total cost in 2020, total manufacturing cost. Now let us calculate the total manufacturing cost in 2021. In order to calculate the total manufacturing cost, what do we know? We need to have manufacturing cost and transportation cost. Let's see. The total manufacturing cost in 2021 will be equals to what? Manufacturing cost in 2021. So see, do we have something? From 2020 to 2021, its manufacturing cost is increased by 25%. That is what it is told to us, right? And then the transportation cost was 40% of the manufacturing cost in that year. See, it is told us that the transportation cost was 40% of the manufacturing cost. So manufacturing cost is what? Manufacturing cost in 2021 will be, if you see M, okay, again, because we are not given the manufacturing cost here also, so we will consider it in terms of M, and then we will add what? 25%, because it is told 25%, right? It is increased 25%, so 0.25 M. This will also be 1.25 M. Okay, next we also need this is not total cost, okay, this is manufacturing cost. Just understand, this much is manufacturing cost. In order to find the total cost, we will need transportation. We need to add transportation costs also, right? Because we have seen that. Now let's add transportation cost. So what is transportation cost? Transportation cost is 40% of the manufacturing cost. So 40% can be written as 0.40 plus manufacturing cost, okay, which is the new manufacturing cost is 1.25. so this is going to give us it is off, okay. So 40% of 1.25, 40% of 1.25 is going to give us 0.50 M. Okay, now this is the transportation cost. So our total cost will be this one, 1.25 M plus 0.50 M. Okay, so if you add both of them, you will get 1.75 M. Okay, so now we have got the total cost in 2021. So now what we need to find, our formula that we have written, right? Reduction. So reduction, in order to calculate, we need total cost in 2021, which is 1.75 minus total cost in 2020, which was 1.25. Okay, so we have found out the reduction thing. So 1.75 minus 1.25 is going to give us 0.50 M. Okay, don't forget to mention M everywhere, because M was a part of it, which is manufacturing cost. Now we are asked percentage reduction, right? Percentage. So we have to convert it, and we have to find out the percentage reduction. How can you find out the percentage reduction? So in order to calculate the percentage reduction, you have to do this reduction value that you have got divided by the total reduction, okay, which was 1.75. okay, total cost basically divided by the total cost, 1.75 into 100. This will give us the percentage value. So you can you can solve it further. It is going to be 50 upon 175 into 100, and then finally you are going to get 28.57% as the answer of this question. The correct answer is going to be option number A, which is going to be 28.57%. okay, 28.57%. Hope you have understood it. See, it was easy, but the things were tricky. Basically, you need to find out initially the total cost in 2020, total cost in 2021. Once you have found the total cost, you need to find reduction. Once reduction is found out, then you have to find percentage reduction. Okay, so percentage reduction, how you will find out the reduction value that you have got, and then the total cost that you have into 100. So in this way, final answer can be deduced as 28.57%. Hope you have understood the logic. Moving on to the next question. Let's try to solve this question. In this question, we have to tell in place of question mark which symbols out of the given option will come. Okay, and the options are plus, circle, triangle, and square. So guys, before solving the video, I would suggest you that please pause it for a moment, try to think of the answer on your own, and then watch with the solution. Okay, so let's now see. The concept is, in this row, all the three are already coming. The three symbols like square, triangle, and plus. So these three cannot be the answer. Okay, plus, square, plus, triangle, and square. Okay, the only option that is left is circle. So that is why question mark needs to be replaced with circle in this case. Okay, hope you have understood it. If for any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's see these types of questions. So guys, in these types of question, you have one more level up. Okay, let's see. First of all, what we will do, we will simply do the markings. Okay, now in the first level, the already code is given to us. That is, this figures will go through this code and we will get one output. Okay, and based on that output that we get, again it has to go via some more code, and then we will get this final output. So how you will solve this question is, so if we will pass this input through this code, okay, that is 2143. So what we will get the output as 2, that is triangle, 1 is plus, 4 is circle, and then 3, which is star. So this is the output we have got at this point. Now we have to check, okay, again we have to give the markings here, 1 2 3 4, okay, and now we have to check how our output is getting formed. So let's see, circle is 3, plus is 2, triangle is 1, and then star is 4. So this is our output that we are getting. So let's see if we have this code 3241. Yes, 3241 is there. So this one is the correct answer for this one. Okay, 3241. I hope you understood this type of question. Here at one level the code was already given to us, so based on that we have to deduce the figure, and then based on the figure deduced we have to find out what is the exact code that is getting followed. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's look at this question that we have. The table below gives the number of students in each class and the percentage of students in the class who like hockey, baseball, and table tennis. Study the table carefully and answer the questions that follows. So basically we are given the data of students in a class and their percentage, okay, like who likes hockey, baseball, and table tennis. We have this data in this table. What we are asked is the number of students who like hockey in class 8 is what percentage of number of students who like table tennis in class 12. See, number of students who likes hockey are here, and number of students who like table tennis are here, and that too we have to find out the question. We are asked the question about class 8, right? And table tennis ones are class 12. So these two rows data we need to see, but before that we need to find out the number of students. Okay, these are the total number of students. Okay, and out of them 30% of 80 will like hockey, and then 20% of 80 will like baseball. In this way the data is given. So in order to find the ratio which is asked to us, okay, or like the relation which is asked to us, what we need to do is, the first thing what is asked to us is number of students who like hockey in class 8. Let's find this out. Okay, number of students like hockey in class 8. Let's see how can we find that out. So if you see, class 8 is this and hockey is 30%. So 30% of 80 students like hockey. Okay, so how we can write 30% in this way, and of 80 will be this one. Okay, so if we cancel out this 0 and this zeros will cancel. Okay, so 3 8s are 24. There are 24 students who like hockey and they are in class 8. Let's see the next thing. What percentage of the number of students who like table tennis in class 12? So for that also, let's find out the number of students like table tennis and they are in class 12. Okay, this is the thing that we need to find out. So if you see, class 12 and table tennis is 60%. So what we will find out, 60% of total students in class 12, which is 90. So 60% we can write it this way, 60 upon 100 into 90. This will, zeros will cancel with zeros. We will be left with 6 9s are 54, right? So now we have the number of students. Now what we are asked is number of students who like is what percentage the number of students who like this. So basically we have to find the relation of their percentage. How can we do this? Simply 24 by 5 for percentage and percentage, right? So in order to simplify this, how can we do that, right? 54 into 100, simple. Now what we will do, we will just try to cut it off. So we will cut with 6 4s are 24, 6 9s are 54. So 4 by 9 into 100, right? So we can say 4 by if you divide it further, it will be 400 divided by 9. If you try to cut it, it will be like 4. So 4 9 4s are 36, and then again 4. So again it will be 4.44. In this way it will go. Okay, so the correct answer in this case is going to be option number B, which is 4.44. Okay, the correct answer is option B, which is 4.44. Hope you have understood the logic. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. A pipe can fill a tank in 12 hours, while a leak, which is at 1/6 at the height of the tank, can empty up to the part in S hours. If both are open simultaneously and initially the tank is full, then what will be the 1/6 full? Okay, see, we have options as 9 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, and 12 hours. So how can we solve this question is, first of all, let's understand the statement again. A pipe can fill a tank in 12 hours. Okay, this data is given. So based on this data, what we can write is, filling rate is what? Filling rate is going to be 1 by 12 per hour, right? In 1 hour, it will be 1 by 12, right? Next is leak is at 1/6 of the tank and can empty that part in S hours. Okay, so what can we write in that case? Emptying rate. Okay, emptying rate is going to be, emptying rate is equals to 1 by S per hour. Okay, again for 1/6 of the tank. Okay, for 1/6 of the tank. And what we were told is initially the tank is full and both pipe and the leak are open. So we need to find when the tank will be 1/6 full. Okay, so let's understand the leak effect. The leak effects only the bottom of 1/6 of the tank, right? It is told when it will be 1/6 full, which means it is only affecting the bottom 1/6 of the tank. This means the leak empties the full tank at the rate of 6 by S per hour, right? Leak empties the tank at a rate of 6 by S per hour, right? Now net drainage rate is what? Net drainage rate. Net drainage rate is filling rate minus emptying rate. Okay. So filling rate we have already found 1 by 12. Emptying rate is 6 by S, right? Because see, we have told, right, 1 by S per hour for 1/6 of the tank. So leak empties the tank at a rate of 6 by S per hour. Okay. So that is why 6 by S, this is S. Okay. Don't get confused. Now what we have to find is finding the time to reach 1/6 full. Okay. Because that is only which we have to find. So that how we will calculate is the tank starts full and must reach 1/6 full, right? So amount of water to be lost is 1 minus 1/6, which is going to be 5/6 of the tank. Okay, this much amount needs to be lost. Okay, which is 5/6 is what we will say T into 1 by 12 minus 6 by S, which is our net drainage rate. That is T into our net drainage rate. Okay, so we have found out, right, how much of water needs to be drained out. So that is why we have formed this equation, and now when we will solve it, we will get the value as of T as 10 hours. Okay, I'm not solving it completely, but if you solve this equation, you will get the value as 10 hours. So the correct answer for this question is going to be option number C, that is 10 hours. Okay, hope you have understood it. Let's move on to the next question. Let's look at this code. So in this one, what we have is we have input figures, and then we have a code that is given to us based on which we have to generate a figure, and then based on that figure again we have to find out what will be the correct code that is getting followed. So first step is, let's give them the marking quickly, 1 2 3 4, and then using this code what I will do is I will make my figure. Okay, so see, 4 2 3 1, so 4 is what, plus, 2 is triangle, 3 is circle, and then 1 is star. Now this is our new pattern. Based on this we have to see how our which code is getting followed to give the particular output. Let me give the new markings to this, 1 2 3 4, and then what I will do, I will check. Okay, so 1 is in its own place, 2 is also here, then 4 is there, and then 3 is there. So let's see if we have this code 1 2 4 3. Yes, first one is the correct answer. Okay, so in this way 1 2 4 3 will be the correct answer for this one. Hope you have understood these types of questions. In these types of question, basically a figure input image will be given to you, and one code will be given to you that you have to exactly follow. Based on that you have to deduce the image, and then based on the deduced image you have to figure out what will be the code that will be followed to give the output given. Okay, so the correct answer in this case will be 1 2 4 3. Let's look at this question again. In order to solve it, what I will do is, first of all I will mark these numbers. Okay, I will give them markings to the figures. Okay, now we have input, we have codes, and then we have output. Okay, let's see how we can solve it. So first of all what we will do is we will give the numberings to the output one. Okay, so see, plus is at number 1 position, circle was at number 2, star was at 4, and then this is at 3. So how you will solve it? 3 4 2 1. So this is the correct code for this. Okay, so the answer for this is going to be 3 4 2 1. Now guys, I will give you a quick trick. Okay, because you know these types of questions you need to attempt a lot of questions in short time. So how you will do it? So see, first of all, whenever you get the question, you can't do any numbering and all. Okay, while I'm explaining, I'm doing this numbering and all so that you understand better. What you have to do, you have to understand what is at the first place. See, first place you have plus. Okay, in the answer figure, what is where is first? Okay, so first is at the last place. Check your options. How many options? One is coming at the end. So in only one option, 1 is coming at the end. So yes, this is only going to be the correct answer. In this way, you can solve these questions very quickly and without wasting any time, because usually elimination method will definitely work in these kinds of questions. Okay, like if you are solving this question, try to figure it out this way, and if the question is complex, then you can take more time. But with this way, it will be solved very quickly. Let's move on to the next question. Let's look at this problem. So in this problem, you are given a mathematical statement. Okay, and you need to create a correct combination of digits to make LHS equals to RHS. Okay, so like this side of expression, we have to make this equals to this, and the condition is one digit may be used once. In some cases, all the digits may not be available. Let's try to solve this question. Okay, see, the main condition that is given to us is you cannot use one digit twice. Okay, for example, let's write this statement here. Okay, equation here. So we have these places that we need to fill using the digits from 1 to 9. Okay, now it is already told in this question, although we are given all the digits from 1 to 9, but there can be questions where you are not given all the digits from 1 to 9. They might give you few digits out of 1 to 9. Okay, like 4, 2, 5, 8 or something they will give, and you have to use those only to find out your answer. But in this question, since all the digits are given to us, let's try to find out the answer. Firstly, I'll tell you the wrong answer, that what is wrong in that answer, and then we will proceed with the correct answer. And guys, I would suggest you, if you already have some idea in mind, pause the video and try to think of it and then proceed with the solution. If you are not getting any hint, then you can directly watch the solution. Okay, let's see. So I'm telling you what is not the correct way of solving this one. See, one possible way of solving this is 5 into 3 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. So now you might think that, okay, this is correct, and you might select this one, but this is wrong. Why? Because we are already told a condition that one digit should be only used once, and we are using 5 twice in this case, right? That is why this is a wrong one. Now let's see what can be the correct one. See, so incorrect one, you can take a 4, and then one digit you can take is 3. So 4 into 3 will be how much? 12. So how much is remaining now to make it 20? So 8 is remaining, right? So this can be a correct answer. Okay, that is 4 into 3 plus 8 becomes 20. So in this one, what is happening is you are even making your LHS equals to RHS also, and then you are also following the condition, which is one digit is coming once. So this is absolutely correct. Okay, now the main important thing about this question is there can be more than one answers also. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, I have found this answer, but there is another possible solution for this. So yeah, that is totally fine. There can be more than one answers. So I'll tell you what can be the other possible answers for this one. So it can be 2 into 9 plus 2 equals to 20. This is wrong. Okay, I am telling you wrong one first. Next is this one is correct, which I am telling you. So 7 into 2 plus 6, okay, which is 14 plus 6 is 20. This is correct. The first one we saw is correct. This one was wrong. Okay, next one can be 3 into 4 plus 8. 3 into 4 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20. So this is also correct, and we are using 3 different digits. Next one is 6 into 2, which is 12, and then plus 8. So this is also absolutely correct, because here also we are using 3 different digits. Okay, none of the digits are repeating. So hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section, and to see more such videos, you can check the complete playlist. Okay, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, because there are a lot of helpful videos that I regularly post. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's try to look at this question. We need to find out in place of question mark which symbol will come. So we have the options as square, triangle, circle, and star. Okay, so let's see. Before directly solving this row, let's try to solve the row where maximum number of symbols are there, because that is the easy trick to solve these questions. See, now we have already square and star, 2 things in this row. Right now, what are the other 2 things which can come in these 2 empty boxes? One circle and one triangle. Obviously triangle cannot come in this row, because in this row already one triangle is there. So the only option that can come in this row is circle. Then the only one left for this row is triangle. So triangle will come here and circle will come here. Now let's start eliminating which cannot come in the question mark. First of all, square cannot come because square is coming in the same row. Also triangle cannot come because triangle is also coming in the same column. Now we have 2 options, which is circle and star. So now even before looking that also, let's try to fill in some more other empty boxes. See, we have this row, which is triangle and circle row. In this one, already at this position, what can come? Okay, see, already in this column, triangle and circle is there. So what are the 2 options that we are left with? Square and star. So can square come here? No, because square is already coming in this row. So the only option that can come here is star. So square will come here. right? So now since star is also coming in the same row, star also cannot come in the place of question mark because one symbol can come in one time, right? So the only option that we are left for question mark is our circle. So in this case, the question mark is going to be replaced with circle. Hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Moving on to the next one. Let's look at this. How can we solve this? The question is, Jason rows a boat at 13 km per hour in still water. If the river is running at 3 km per hour and it takes him to row to a place and back in 1 hour 30 minutes, how far is the place from him? Okay, the options are 120 by 13 km, 113 by 12 km, 132 by 13 km, and 120 by 7 kilometers. Let's see how can we solve this question. First of all, let us note down the data that is given to us. Okay, so initially what is given to us is speed of Jason in still water. Okay, so how much it is given? It is given as 13 km per hour, right? If you see in statement number 1, Jason rows a boat at 13 km per hour in still water. This was the data given to us. Next data that is given to us is speed of river current. Okay, current speed of river is 3 kilometers per hour. So total time for round trip is given is what? In the third sentence, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, these are the three data that is given to us and we need to find how far is the place from him. Okay, so see, first of all, based on this data, there are two speeds that we can deduce. Okay, what are the two speeds? First speed is speed while going, okay, which is also called as downstream, right? So that is how much? 13 plus 3 kilometers, which is going to be your 16 kilometers per hour. And next is your speed while returning, which is also called as upstream. Okay, so speed while returning, which is 13 minus 3, which is going to be your 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, hope you have understood how we are calculated. So our Jason's speed in still water is 13 km per hour and speed of river current is 3 km per hour. So while going it will be added and while returning it will be subtracted. So we will have these speeds. Okay, now let us see the time calculations. So you know the value of distance, right? Distance, speed is equals to what? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Using this formula only we can say time is equals to what? Distance upon speed. Okay, now we do not have the speeds values, right? Sorry, not speed, but we do not have the distance value, so we will take it as d, because d is the only thing that we have to calculate. See, how far is the place from him, so that is distance only. So what we will write, d upon s, which will be our speed. Now speed, what we will do, we will sum both the speeds. Okay, that is the downstream speed and the upstream speed. So d upon 16 plus d upon 10, which is going to be equals to how much? It is given to us as 3 by 2. Okay, what is this 3 by 2? This 3 by 2 we will convert 1 hour 30 minutes to fraction, so it will be 3 by 2. Okay, 3 by 2 hours simply. So now we will just solve this one. Okay, so you can do it in any way. You can take LCM, you can like directly cross multiply anyhow. So once you will solve it, you will get 13d divided by 80 is equals to 3 by 2. Okay, I'm not solving it quickly. Otherwise, if you want to solve it, what you can do is this will multiply there 10d plus this will multiply there 60d, and then this will both multiply below 160, and then this will be 3 by 2. Further you will solve cross, you will cut off the values which are extra, then you will get this as the final equation. Now based on this equation we are going to find the value of our d. So this 2 will multiply there, which is going to be 26d, and this 80 into 3 will be 240. Okay, now d will be what? 240 divided by 26, which is going to be 1, if we will cancel this by 2, it will be 120 divided by 13. Okay, and distance is in kilometers, so we will write kilometer. Let's see if we have that option. Yes, option A is this one. The correct answer of this question is going to be option number A. Hope you have understood it. Let's move on now to the next question. Let's look at this question that we have. The question is, if P is to Q is equals to Q is to R is equals to 7 is to 13, then we have to find the ratio P is to Q is to R, and we are given different options. We have to select the final answer from these given options. Let's try to solve this question. First of all, let's take the initial ratio that is given to us. P is to Q is equals to Q is to R is equals to 7 is to 13. Okay, now based on this, what we can write? Can we write this? P is to Q is equals to 7 is to 13 and Q is to R is equals to 7 is to 13, right? We can absolutely write this. Now what we will assume is our value of Q, let us consider that let Q is equals to 7x. Okay, based on this we have taken, so Q is having the ratio 7, so that is why we have assumed Q is equals to 7x. Now what we will do, we will substitute the values basically from P is to Q is equals to 7 is to 13, which is this first equation. Okay, this one we are now what we are doing is we are substituting the value of P. So P can be written as what? P can be written as 7 by 13Q, right? Because see, I'll tell you quickly if you have not understood. P is to Q is 7 is to 13, right? Which can also be written as P by Q is 7 by 13, right? We are trying to find out P, so P can be written as 7 by 13Q, right? So that is what we are just doing here. So P is what? 7 by 13Q, and then what we will do, we will substitute the value of Q in this case, which is going to be, which we have assumed, right, 7x. So this equation is going to give us as 49 by 13x. Okay, this one, this is the value of P we have got. Now again what we will do, from equation second one, which is Q is to R is equals to 7 is to 13. Okay, what we are going to do is this time we are going to find out the value of R. Okay, so R will be how much? R will be 13 by 7 and Q. Okay, so 13 by 7 into 7x, this is going to cancel 7 and 7, we are going to get 13x. We have found the value of P in terms of x, we have found the value of R in terms of x, and we have also assumed the value of Q in terms of x. Now let us substitute all these values. So P is to Q is to R, what we can write? 49x by 13. This is the P value which we have got. Next value is what? Q, which is 7x, which we have assumed, and R value that we have got is 13x. Now what we will do, we will just simply multiply 13 with all the three values to simplify the equation further. So 7x into 13 and 13x into 13. Okay, so here this will get cancelled out, this will be 49x, and then 13 into 7x will be 91x, and then 13 into 13 will be 169x. Okay, removing x from everywhere, we will get the final ratio as 49 is to 91 is to 169, which is going to be our option number C. That is why the correct answer for this question is option number C. Hope you have understood it. So let's try to solve this question. Here we have a question mark given to us. We need to find out of the given options which symbol can come in the place of question mark. The options that we have are square, triangle, circle and star. So see, before we directly find out what will come in the place of question mark, we need to eliminate which cannot come. Okay, so see, obviously triangle cannot come, right? Because triangle is already coming once in this row, right? Now directly we cannot think of what will come in place of question mark. For that we need to fill some other empty boxes. Let's try to fill this empty box. Okay, in this column if you see, already star, square and circle is coming, so only one option is left, which is triangle. So triangle will come here, right? So in this way we can also say that triangle was already eliminated for us, so that is fine. Now let's try to fill these two empty boxes. Okay, what can come here? Already star is there and square is there, so what is left is circle and one more triangle is remaining. Okay, so triangle cannot come here because already in this column triangle is coming, so triangle will go here and circle will go here. Now see, we can even eliminate circle also from our options because circle is coming in the same column, right? Let's now see what else can come here. If you see, let's try to fill in these two boxes. Okay, so circle is here and triangle is here. So if circle is here and circle is here and star is here. Okay, so if circle and star is there, what are the two options left for us? We have square and we have triangle. Okay, so can square come here? Yes, it can come, but triangle cannot come here because triangle was already occupied with the other one. So I am going to put triangle here. Okay, so now square is also eliminated from our options. Now the only option that is left for the question mark is star. So question mark is going to be replaced with star. Hope you have understood it. Let's now move on to the next question. So guys, we have this question, okay, and this is a DIY question for you, which means I am not going to tell you the answer of this question. You need to figure it out by yourself. First, let's read the problem statement. The problem statement is, you are given a mathematical statement and you need to create a correct statement of correct combination of digits to make LHS equals to RHS. There is a note that is given to us, that is, one digit may be used only once. In some cases all the digits may not be available. Okay, so let's see how you can solve this. See, I'll tell you the condition, okay, but I'm not going to tell the solution in this case. So for example, if you have this as your expression, okay, now you have to select 3 digits out of the given options and you have to tell which of these digits will make your answer as 6, okay, and the condition is you should not repeat one digit twice. For example, if you have taken a 2 here, then you cannot take 2 here and here, okay. Hope you have understood the conditions and all. So make sure this is a DIY question. What you need to do, you need to solve it by yourself and you need to write down the answer of this question in the comment box. So make sure to attempt it. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well. And if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.